March 11th is a dreadful day in Japan's living memory. It has been 10 years since a powerful earthquake, a deadly tsunami, and a nuclear meltdown traumatized the nation. Japan mourned about 20,000 victims today with a moment of silence, prayers, and anti-nuclear protests. Silence was observed to mark the precise moment when a 9.0 magnitude earthquake struck Japan on the 11th of March 2011. Tokyo and surrounding areas are currently under a state of emergency due to the virus, which will affect events scheduled for today. Participants this year will observe social distancing as they remember the dead. Tributes and condolences poured in from around the world. Destroying towns, the quake had triggered nuclear meltdown at the Fukushima nuclear power plant. It rendered some towns uninhabitable for years and displaced tens of thousands of residents. More than 40,000 people are still unable to return home as some areas are still off limits due to radioactive contamination. Many still refuse to relinquish hope of finding those who are missing. Earlier this week, there were searches in Miyagi and Fukushima regions for the missing, when the remains of a woman missing since the tsunami were identified. A number of towns in the region reopened last year. For many, the return has brought on conflicting emotions. Some towns are still wrestling with the difficult question of how to rebuild a community from scratch. Listen in to the lingering fears of people who returned to Fukushima.
その勘が戻るのはしばらくかかるんじゃないですかね。やっとなんとか包丁を研げるようにはなってきましたけど、もう初めはひどかったですね。もう20匹くらい咲いてるともう包丁切れなくなりましたから。
震災前はね、俺亀田さんのおっしゃらないけど、ウイドなんていうのがさ、影越しにガラガラっとこう入って、おお飯食ってるの青いっていうような生活だったから、ここに来たらみんな鍵閉まって誰が住んでるか分かんない間カーテン閉まって、だからこの震災前の生活環境とはだいぶ違うから。
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.